And welcome back to Not So Pro Football Talk. We are here, another episode in. Yes, I'm in a much better mood today because some time has passed and, a lot more workouts, a lot more, self-inflicted pain has passed through. We're back, baby. We got Not So Pro Football Talk here. And from the title of this video, you could tell we're talking QBs and we're talking uniforms. And why are uniforms so great to talk about right now? Because as of 2/2/22, it was the birth of the brand new franchise, the Washington Commanders. Okay, guys, let's bring your hands together. We have Washington Commanders. This is the time Okay, I will admit, I freaking hate the name. I hate it. I want to come out strong. I dislike it so much, dude. And this is why. They are so unoriginal. Okay, they're just like Vince down here, the Washington Rebels. Yeah, they're so unoriginal that they have to go to the AAFL, find the most successful team in San Antonio, Texas. Shout out San Antonio, and take their football name, the San Antonio Commanders. See, I'm livid. Like, come on, you had so many great names to choose from. The Red Wolves, what? The what? I tried to do the pat back if it didn't work out. The Red Wolves, the Presidents, the Sandcastles, and you had to come over here and copy off of a successful team that just couldn't make it because the program couldn't afford to anymore. Like, come on, man.
You don't like the commies?
The commies? Oh, we can't. There's so much backfire. It's okay. So there's a way to go, commies, way to go. Okay, there's that one, right?
Yeah.
And then there was like
The
we
Allstate
are
one.
Commanders. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. That's State Farm right there, and that's legit. Okay, you guys can look that up. That's legit. And then what was the other ones? Oh, they said that the Steelers have the terrible towels. Well, they got the. I'm not.
No.
No, don't say it.
Don't risk it, right? All right. If you guys want to hear it out, we'll retweet it on Twitter so you guys can see it there. So find us on Twitter, you guys. We are at NSP Football Talk. Let's see if I can find the ticker here. I'm doing like 5 things at once because these guys just gotta sit there and look pretty. That's all they do.
Rating.
There it is. There it
go.
is, right there. Find us
There
on
you
Twitter,
go.
Facebook. Email us at nspfootballtalk@gmail.com. We're everywhere. Whenever you can hear a podcast, we are there. But yeah, let's take a look at these uniforms. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's take a look at these Washington Commanders. Oh, before we get there, I do want to say if they bring out the BS and their whole slogan is "Take command," I'm gonna lose it. I will legit lose it. I would.
Was that the San Antonio Commanders or what?
Yes. It was hashtag Take Command, and they did
You
that.
know they're gonna do it.
You know that, yes, because Washington's so unoriginal, dude. So unoriginal that come on, dude. Are you serious? If they do that, my voice will be heard. I promise you that. So let's get to the uniforms. Boom! Oh, looking slick, Rick, right there. We got the matted helmets. We have the what is that? Like a gradient color on the numbers? What are we doing there? Like a hex? A hex pattern there?
I think it's a hex pattern, and I don't think it's gradient.
Yeah, we got to explain it for our Spotify viewers, you guys. So
Yeah.
we have a maroon. Is it a maroon? Is that they use a maroon?
Reddish maroon, yeah.
With the
Burgundy?
yellow, mustard yellow numbers, and it says Commanders right above the numbers. It's kind of simple. I like it, but I don't like the all blackout uniform.
Yeah, they look bad.
They look horrible, like just bad. And like, look what they did to Young. That's Young right there, ain't it? Right? Look what they made him look so small, so tiny in that white uniform. That's supposed to be your defensive star, a stud. Come on, you could do him a little more justice there.
Yeah,
But
bro. He looks very narrow.
he does, doesn't he? What's going on, Nestor? Thank you so much for being here, man.
Semester.
We're looking at the Pittsburgh Steelers uniforms. I mean the Washington Commander uniforms. Sorry about that. Very similar. But yeah, the all black uniforms. It has a black helmet with a W, their logo, right in front of the helmet. I hate it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Do y'all like that?
It doesn't
No?
look good.
Nah,
It
I don't like the W on the front, and I just think the helmet they used for that looks so odd. Looks like those egg
Yeah.
helmets we had in middle school, AJ.
yeah, with the R coming straight down. I forgot what that's called. Um a straight bar maybe, I don't know, but yeah, I had one of them back in junior high when we first started, back when little AJ was playing junior high football. And of course I was thrown in the third string B team because coaches, who I shall not name, did not have faith in my heart and my commitment. I said junior high, not high school. I have a lot of respect for the high school coaches. Talk to you, Coach Vento. Miss you, man. But yeah, I had a straight bar. It was a thick one too. It wasn't even that thin. It was one of those thick plastic looking ones. I couldn't see crap. I was freaking out because I felt like I had two vision. And it was horrible. I immediately switched a helmet immediately. And look where I am now.
Look at us now.
Yeah, look at us now, you guys. We made it.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I mean, there's the chance that these uniforms look better in action. There's always those like times where like the first like pictures that come out where you're like, oh, these uniforms look bad, but they end up looking really good in action. Maybe this is one of those cases, but
I think you're right. I really like the white uniform. It does remind me of my hometown,
it's
La
good.
Feria. So it looks like a real maroon when it's clashed up against the white. Um, as you could see, in all three uniforms, the name Commanders is in different fonts and in different locations on all three uniforms. So actually, Commanders is on the maroon and black one, but on the white one it says Washington.
Oh yeah.
So they're just trying to be different. I guess, you got some major comp when it comes to styles and uniforms when it comes to the Chargers and the Rams, both from LA. Hey, you know what? Fun fact: the last team that changed their uniforms went to the Super Bowl. Can y'all tell me who that was?
Nope.
The Cincinnati Bengals, baby. They switched up their uniforms this offseason. Now they're in the Super Bowl. So can the Washington Commanders make it to the Super Bowl next year? They're going to get yeah, if they're not successful, if they lose the first couple of games, it's over for them. The name's hated, the uniform is hated, the logo on top of the helmet's hate, everything's going to be hated about them.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it has to be a must win first couple of games for the Commanders. It feels so weird. It feels so weird saying Commanders. Well, not for me because I'm from San Antonio, but Washington Commanders.
Yeah.
We'll
get used to it.
I hope not, because what if San Antonio gets a team? Then what?
Dude, we already
they got robbed.
The Coyotes, bro.
Coyotes. It's San Antonio Coyotes. Oh man, I can see a lot of people from the Valley saying that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, woo, Coyotes. Yeah. All right. So that's enough of the uniforms. Congratulations to Washington. All you Washington fans, let me know what y'all gonna do. Are y'all gonna switch teams? Are y'all staying committed to Washington? Do you like the name Commanders? Because honestly, I loved the name Commanders when they were in San Antonio. I think it's not a bad name. I think it's pretty cool. I really hope they don't say take command, because then I will be pissed.
Take command.
No, don't. That's
Washington Commanders. Take command.
We're done. Okay. Let's move to quarterbacks. Okay. Because there's a lot of QB talk. A couple of days ago, one of the best. I'm going to offend a lot of people here. The best QB in our generation. retired. We're talking about Tom Brady. He just retired from the NFL. What a freaking career he's had. 22 years. Did I read that right? 22 years? I'm 23 years old.
Yep.
He's been in the league almost as old as I am, almost as old as you guys. And in
Yeah.
those 22 years, do you know how much money he made?
Oh, I didn't look at that stat.
Take a wild guess. Take a wild guess.
I mean, he didn't have a lot of big
Yeah,
contracts,
he didn't.
Right.
but 22 years is a long time. I'm gonna
I would-
say at least 250 million.
Okay. That was
Yeah,
good.
I would imagine between 200K, max 300K.
Got you.
Oh yeah, like
300 million.
million.
Yeah.
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 Are you ready?
Okay.
Yeah.
Are y'all ready? You sure? I don't think you guys are.
All right, let's hear
Is
it.
it low?
100 something.
I'm gonna throw up right after I say this, okay? In his career, on and off the field, Pete De La Pena,
Oh, off the field.
Off.
Oh,
Okay.
you didn't preference that. What?
but during his
No.
22 years, during his 22 years. Okay, so
Dude,
just
he's
Okay.
almost a billionaire if you're talking on and
Yeah.
off.
okay, on the field, he made $260 million.
Okay.
Okay.
But with his off deals, like
Yeah.
commercials and stuff like that, not his own brand,
Mm-hmm.
not his brand, just things that have to do with the NFL, 475 million. Pete, you're so close. You're at 480 mil. He made an estimate of $475 million.
Yep.
When I first read that, dude, I almost wanted to throw up. Like, what do you do with that much money?
He's gonna become like a Jordan after this. Michael
Oh my
Jordan has
gosh.
all like the Jordans, all his other. He's most likely Tom Brady's most likely to buy a team one day.
Did you hear about the Jordan house? Did you ever read up upon that? Michael
What's
Jordan custom made his house in Chicago. I believe it costed him like $30 million, right? And if he tries to sell it now, it's only selling for maybe 8 mil because everything there is just custom Jordan stuff. Like the carpets, the tiles says 23, the everything is just Jordan. Now,
How is
unless
that
you're
not worth more?
what was that?
How is that not worth more then?
Nobody likes it.
Nobody wants it.
Okay.
Nobody wants that property. You know, it's weird. I mean, if you're a Jordan fan, I mean, who wouldn't want it, right? But no one's gonna pay 30 million for that. You
Okay.
get what I'm saying?
Yeah. But yeah, Brady's gonna make multiple businesses. He's gonna have a very lucrative career after football.
Oh yeah. I mean, he already has his brand with Under Armour, the
Oh, yeah.
TB12. Horrible clothing, by the way. It's like it for real. It's like okay, you see that loose fit, like comfortable, but you know it's expensive that these players wear. Like they look weird, like weird designs and all that. That's what he made with Under Armour.
Okay.
So it's like weird designing.
We're trying to honor
silk
the man right
clothes.
now. And you're just
But for football, though, for football,
Okay.
I know we're a little off topic here, just a little bit, just a teeny little bit. But I'm an Under Armour, I like Under Armour, but I
Yeah,
won't
you
buy any of that
weirdo.
stuff.
You're freaking weirdo, bro.
Yeah, I'm a weirdo. But look at us now. Yeah, but okay, so Tom Brady spent the majority of his career in New England, which he gave no thanks to until they added him. And then he spent his last 2 years in Tampa Bay, winning one Super Bowl, bringing Gronk in, having a super team, exactly like what the Rams are doing. It's a super team. It's not legit. But we'll get to that for another episode. He had an amazing career. We're extremely blessed to be able to witness all that he's done throughout his career. I remember being little and watching the first Super Bowls I've ever seen. I think it was New England and Philadelphia. I think it was like way back when the first time they met up in the Super Bowl, and I would never forget that. I know New England won. It was just crazy. It was a feel for it. I love those times. But yeah, extremely grateful for what he's done for the league, especially what he's done for us. Now we can say, hey, we grew up watching Tom Brady, one of the greatest of all time, second greatest of all time. Yeah. What a career. You guys got anything to say about him before we move on to some bigger news?
Not too much. You said most of it. He's one of the greatest of all time. Wherever you want to put him, you have to put him in the very top. Okay. He's incredible, especially for how long he did it. 22 years is just insane. The guy got beat up year after year after year and just kept that competitive spirit that just kept on pushing him forward. And retiring at a very high level too. I think he had most touchdowns and most passing yards, if I'm correct. So top of his career. He could have played for another few more years if he had chose to, but he chose family over football, which I very much believe he should. That was the right decision. But definitely could have played more years. Who knows what he could have done?
Yeah, man, he's one of the greatest to do it. Kind of glad he's gone. I said one of the greatest. I didn't say
Yeah.
the greatest, but anyways, uh, yeah, just kudos to him. He's had a great career. I mean, the game wouldn't be the way it is without him right now. He definitely shaped the league, just like Jordan shaped the NBA and Duncan shaped the NBA. All those greats. So he's one of the greats. We got to see him. Exactly, AJ, exactly. Number one. But yeah, he's great. But I just want to give a little shout out to my father. My father thinks that he could possibly become a broadcaster just like Drew Brees and a couple other greats, but I don't know if that's something in his cards right now. I think he really does want to be with his family for a while, but you never know. When you're in football that long, you could possibly come back.
I 100% think he can do it. I don't think he wants to. I think he says he doesn't really want to stay around the football scene. I think he's more going into business. Yeah.
He'll be associated with football, though. I know it.
Oh yeah, in
Can't get
some
away
type of
from it.
way, but I don't think he's going to be broadcasting.
You would want more money after 475 million.
Dude, Mahomes got a $500 million deal for 10 years. I mean, who
Yeah.
doesn't want more money?
He says, "How do y'all feel about Tom's post saying Lamar Jackson is next? Because Ravens fans went wild, and I don't see it happening." LOL.
I saw that.
Well, I mean, Brady had a lot of posts that he put out, so I didn't see that one, but that's crazy to me. Lamar Jackson really is special for sure, but uh, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see if he gets into the Hall of Fame one day.
I would want to know what exactly Tom Brady means that he's the Nets.
Probably the next GOAT.
The Nets quarterback that wins what 7 Super Bowls. I don't see that.
I think he's referring to being the greatest in the league. Lamar Jackson, he's definitely a talented
Yes.
guy out there in the league. As far as him being able to, I don't want to say do it all, but to lead his team in wins, I think he's not in that level. I think he could get there, but he won't be able to. The way he plays, he won't be in the league this long. He will not, because he gets hit all the freaking time, and sometimes he's like this guy I knew in La Feria, Julian Trevino. Shout out to you, man. He's too fast for his own good. He's way too fast for his own good. So he can't keep up with himself, and that costs him some very costly mistakes. I mean, I like Lamar Jackson. I mean, not really, but as a player, he's a great player. He has a lot of potential. But as the best, I don't really see that happening. And one thing that we got to stray away from, honestly, all of us, is what players have to say about other players. Okay, because Tom Brady could say this. Like I said last podcast, Jerry Rice said this about Trey Lance. Tony Romo says this about Dak Prescott. We got to stay away from that kind of stuff and let them play so we could actually see it. I mean, it's easy to convince, like, hey, Reed, he's going to be the next greatest sports announcer, because this guy's okay. Reed, I'm trying to prove a point here, dude.
I would be too biased.
Oh yeah,
I guess so. Vince is going to be the next greatest sports announcer.
heck yeah, bro.
He's super biased, anyways.
BSing my way to Sports Center.
Yeah, but honestly, we do got to stray away from players commenting about other players, because sometimes they're just boosting them up. I'm super hyped up because Jerry Rice said that he practiced one-on-one with Trey Lance, and this kid's the next talent. He's a whole another level. And so of course I'm hyped up because that's Jerry Rice, greatest of all time to do it in his position, and he's talking a certain way about a QB, and he's had Joe Montana as a QB and Young as a QB, so we got to take these things sometimes with a grain of salt. It's okay to be excited about it. The product is obvious over there in Baltimore. You guys got a great QB. That's your franchise QB. Hold on to him, but I feel like you guys got to play your cards right with him. John Harbaugh needs to find a playbook that works well with Lamar Jackson's abilities. That was a good question. That was a loaded question right there.
Very good
Yeah.
question.
Thanks,
good.
Pete. Yeah, appreciate that. Look at us now. So this next, we got news here, you guys. I'm freaking excited about this news here.
Okay.
Aaron Rodgers bought property in Nashville. Aaron Rodgers bought property in Nashville. Is he a Tennessee Titan?
Do we even know if that source is true?
That source is 100% true.
How do you
It's been
know?
confirmed by multiple sources that he bought property. It's been confirmed by multiple sources that he's building a house. It's been
He has
confirmed
multiple
by
houses.
multiple sources that he is open to playing with the Tennessee Titans.
Listen, there's
Wyatt.
listen.
What?
There's going to be multiple sources saying this and this about Rodgers. They're going to be saying this and that about Rodgers. I'm not going to believe anything until it comes from his mouth.
So what do you mean? It came from his wallet. He bought property in Nashville. What more do you want?
Reed. Money talks.
Money talks, baby.
Do not believe anything until Rodgers says it.
Devontae Adams, he's cool and all.
He doesn't
AJ
choose
Brown,
where he goes.
Julio Jones.
He doesn't choose
Derrick
where he
Henry.
goes.
Oh,
He doesn't choose.
come on,
Guys,
dude.
I said it right after the game. I said I don't think Rodgers is going to be back. Now I'm kind of hesitant because of what Ian Rappaport is saying about Aaron Rodgers and what the Packers have been saying about Aaron Rodgers.
And Ian Rappaport is a what?
I'm not finished yet. I don't know what is going to happen. And there's been multiple things saying he's going this way, he's going to this place. I ain't going to believe nothing until it comes from his mouth and his mouth only.
Ian Rappaport is what?
Usually right.
Is a source, okay? So if you could talk about sources, then so am I. He bought a property in Nashville. And Nashville is what?
Home of the Tennessee Titans, baby.
And
he doesn't choose
music, baby. It's music. Do you not see the State Farm commercials? He's out there playing his guitar, with his long hair. That's perfect for him. That's perfect.
He doesn't. Okay, then answer the question on why he would do that before he even knows where he's going. If he does ask for a trade, he doesn't choose.
Maybe he knows something we don't.
Yeah,
Aaron Rodgers.
It's in the AFC.
I think I think it's a potential landing spot if he does ask for a trade. Don't get me wrong, but I ain't believing nothing until it comes from his mouth.
Ain't nothing gonna come out of his mouth, Reed. This is our job here, is to find these clues and stalk people to see what they're going to do for the following season.
Okay, I remember last year when Aaron Rodgers' golf membership renewed at a club, and everyone was like, "Oh, he's coming back."
He did go back.
I remember about the source that said his cleaning lady just got an order to clean his house. That ended up not being true.
Yeah, she
all
got
these
fired.
sources are just hearsay, dude.
No. That story was true about the cleaning lady. She told her boyfriend. The boyfriend went out to the press.
True.
Yes, it was true, 100%. And she got fired. And the reason why they cleaned his house is because of COVID, how they were gone for so long. So he didn't want to come back to an unsanitary home, a home that's full of dust. So yes, he did clean it. We're reporting the facts. And right now, the fact is he bought a property in Nashville. Home of the Tennessee Titans.
When you have that much money, who wouldn't want to buy a property in Nashville?
Oh, Tom Brady's not buying a property. You You saw how much money he has. Why would you buy? He's not a. Oh yeah, the guy who broke my heart. Right. That's the State Farm commercial. Think about it, Reed. Think about yes. Last year, Tennessee Titans were in salary cap hell. Okay, and it made it work with Julio Jones, and they're going to make it work with Aaron Rodgers because why wouldn't he go? What's the missing piece? What's the missing? Who threw 4 interceptions against the Bengals?
I
Ryan
know.
Tannehill.
I
Right?
completely agree. Tennessee Titans should be, if Rodgers asks for a trade, they should be looking to trade for him.
If Rodgers wants to win a Super Bowl, Tennessee's where it's at. I like Tannehill. I do. I wish him nothing but the best. But it's Aaron freaking Rodgers. Tell me you wouldn't sell your house to have Aaron Rodgers on your team.
Oh yeah, I'm not debating that, AJ.
Okay?
What I'm debating is that he has not decided yet. He has not.
Other reports say that him and Vrabel are pretty tight.
And other reports say that him and LaFleur are pretty tight. On I think it's the NFL's post, they posted a picture of LaFleur, and Rodgers commented #eyebrows. He loves LaFleur. He wore a shirt on the airport to an away game that my coach is hotter than yours. He loves LaFleur.
I don't think that's true about coaches being hotter than other coaches.
Rodgers thinks it. Rodgers thinks it. I really hit you hard there, AJ.
Yeah, especially if Jimmy G gets a head coaching job, but I not doubt it for sure, 100%. But like you said, yeah, he likes LaFleur. LaFleur is his head coach. He likes Vrabel. Vrabel's potentially his head coach. Come on, dude. The stars are aligning, Reed.
The stars
Don't fight it.
aligned.
Don't fight it.
I'm not fighting anything. I'm fine with whatever. If we trade Rodgers, awesome. If we don't trade Rodgers, let's go for a Super Bowl again.
Just tell me this. Just tell me. Does this give you higher? No, not higher hopes. How do I even word this? Is it more of a possibility that Rodgers goes to Tennessee, knowing the facts that I just shared with you about him loving music, him buying property in Nashville, and him in good terms with Vrabel?
It doesn't make me feel any type of way because you can make suggestions about anywhere. As I said from the very beginning, I will not believe anything until it comes from his mouth. If he says I want to trade, I want to go to Tennessee, I already bought property there. Packers or Gutekunst has already said I'm thinking about trading you to the Titans. They've already offered me this and this and that. Then I'll believe it. But until that happens, I'm not going to believe anything. I'm not speculating. I'm just going with the flow. All right.
That's not your job to go with the flow. You got to report, Reed.
I know today there was a report that Devontae Adams has been talk with the Packers since he's left Green Bay, and they're working on a deal. Do I know if it's going to happen? I don't know. I don't think it's a very high possibility, but they're
okay. Reed, I want you to answer me right now.
Okay.
Where do you think Rodgers is going next year? You think he's staying, or what team do you think he's going to be at?
After the game, I thought he was going to get traded to the Broncos. After everything I've heard from Ian Rappaport, from what the Packers organization has said, that they're committed to Rodgers, how they had long talks with him, and he feels good after everything. He feels good with the Packers, and they feel good with Rodgers. I think he's going to stay.
Thank you. That's your job, because originally you thought he was going to the Broncos.
I'm not going to believe anything.
No. I caught you right here, man. You're caught. Lift up your hands. It's red. You thought he was going to the Broncos, but after reports that you heard
from more trusted sources, I
got trusted sources as well. And now you're guided to believe that Aaron Rodgers is staying in Green Bay. So I'm doing the exact same thing. After the game, I thought he was going to be like, nah, I'm staying. We're going to do this again. But now I'm listening at different sources. I'm getting different clues. I'm looking at the facts. And I think he's going to Tennessee now.
Vincent, what are your thoughts?
I'm just enjoying the show, my man.
What do you think Rodgers is doing?
I think Rodgers is going to leave. Uh,
Yeah.
I will agree with you, Reed. He loves LaFleur to the bottom of his heart. He loves him as a coach, loves him as a person. He's probably going to stay friends with him after he retires one of these days. But he just hasn't had the success that he wants there with the Packers. He wants championships. He hasn't been able to get it done there, so maybe he's going to try it somewhere else. He knows the cap situation the Packers are in because of him, and you said it too. But he's going to get paid somewhere where they want him. He's going to go to a team that's not going to be in a rebuild because we still don't know what's going to happen because of that cap situation. I don't know who's going to get let go. Packers are definitely not going to be the same team they have been for the past 2 years. I think it just points away. He's either going to retire or he's going to take off. I got it swaying 75-25. He leaves or retires, and 25% he stays with the Packers for at least one
He's
more
not
year.
retiring, 100%.
Well, there you go. Then it's
Nestor, clip that. Oh my gosh, wherever he goes, he'll be one and done, especially if he wins a championship. So yeah, I do agree with you there, Pete. I think his age is going to catch up to him very, very soon. But only time can tell. Like Reed was saying, he's not going to believe anything until the words come out of his mouth. If you guys enjoy this QB talk, we're going to be having a lot of these during the season, and not just about Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. We're not just about Aaron Rodgers. We're talking Jimmy G. We're talking about Deshaun Watson. We're talking about Teddy Bridgewater. We're talking everything, everyone, everything. Okay? Ain't nobody safe out here. So more is to come.
Yep.
Thank you guys so much for being involved in today's podcast. Do you guys have anything to say before we close it out?
Go back, go.
all I gotta say is I'm glad that the talk hasn't shifted to Russell Wilson like it did last year.
No. Let's talk
Welcome,
about
His time will
Reed.
come.
That's not-
His time will
Welcome,
come.
Reed. Welcome.
His time will come. All right. But look at us now. Until next time, you guys, keep on grinding. We'll see you all Monday, 6 o'clock sharp. Don't be late or everyone's running laps.